Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the studio. Hey, Welsh Jenny. Good evening, I should say. I am getting ready to, I'm prepping for a glaze. We're going to actually glaze some things, and then once I get a layer or so on a lot of these pieces, we might just unload the kiln. I've got 2 kilns that have cooled down, so we can unload both of those and see how everything turned out. There's that. This poor, whoops, that's not even on. Let's fix that first. But how's everybody doing today? I've got like 15 million things that I need to do, so I'm going to try to do 12 million of them today. There we go. One of which is tear off a new piece of sponge. This is my super duper high-tech fancy way of making a new sponge. I like them to have corners. Some people like to trim them down and make them round. I like them to have corners. Safina, hello. My apron has seen better days, but it's still holding on. Thank you for the reminder, Safina. Hydrate. Very important, especially today. It's getting warm here. And while it feels like really good outside, it's super warm in here because we have kilns running, and we're going to have kilns running for the next week. Or I hope we will. One of the things we're doing today is, well, what I've been doing over the past week is I've been like slowly gathering things and glazing them instead of taking an entire day to do a glaze. Because that's what it usually takes, because I have to fit, I've got tables all around me. Can't even blame that one on the cat. I knocked over my drink. I've got 2 tables around me, and if I have stuff laid out on both tables, if I fill up both tables with pots, then that's usually like at least 1 kiln load. So I've been just doing that, and I've got both my kilns filled up and they were fired, so, but I let myself do it over a couple of days. Today, I'm going to try to get another kiln load done just kind of all at once, because it usually takes like all day to do it, but when I start working on a glaze, I pick out what I'm going to glaze. I pick out the color I'm going to do, or colors. In this case, I've got a whole lot of things that need to be green. So that's the majority of what I'm doing today is green. And in the kiln right now is a lot of the stormy skies, which is this color right here, the kind of light blue over the gray. So there's a lot of the stormy skies in the kiln right now. I've got, and over the next few weeks, as I'm kind of sorting through everything and glazing, I'm going to try to be efficient with my glazes and try to like stick to maybe 1 or 2 colors per glaze, do everything that needs to be those colors, and then move on. That way I'm not getting out every single color every time. Hey! So, everybody, say hello. Noel there is my father, so say hello, everybody. Yes, so it is half mugs. That's what it is. I have, like, I use them as glaze test when I need to do a new color, so they're like little just half. Whoops, camera froze. Hold on, let me fix that. Camera is frozen. There we go, and we're the right colors. There we are. So these are kind of, they're just half mugs. So when somebody says, "Hey, what does that color look like?" I was like, "I don't know. What if you put this color over that color? I don't know what that looks like. Let's try." So I've got these, and so that's what I took to my wholesale show that was in March. I took those and took all my samples of all the different things I can make, and had those on a shelf so people could choose the colors. Yeah, they're the smaller half mugs. But we are multi-streaming, so we are on Twitch, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube and Kick. So welcome from wherever you are watching from. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep some of these for a glaze, and what that means is for pieces like this is a large mixing bowl, or a batter bowl. I just need to put my stamp on the bottom with underglaze. That's what this is. And that's not very good. I'll wipe it off and try again. And then I'm going to put wax on it, which is what this purple jug is. There we go. So that's a little bit better. And I can put the underglaze on the bottom of the pot, and it won't stick to anything. So most of the time, you know, we put wax on the bottom of these so that nothing, because the bottom of the pot is obviously going to sit on the kiln shelf, and if there's any glaze on the bottom, it will cause the entire pot to stick on the kiln shelf. So underglaze is just pigmented clay, basically. So you can put stuff on the bottom, like signatures or different dates or whatnot, and be okay. Usually working on a glaze takes so long because you have to let each let the glaze on the pots dry between each layer. So let's see, let me go this way a little bit. I don't have any cats over there. All my cats have abandoned me. So I will we'll put do the waxing, put a layer of glaze on these, let it dry before I can apply my second layer, because this color specifically is going to get 3 layers of color. It is one of the ones on the very top. So let's see. Here we go. Let's go over where you can see all the colors. So it's the Misty Forest right here, the green, the light green and dark green. That's what these are going to be, and we're going to glaze the entire things in the dark green, and then dip the rim in the lighter color green, and then as it melts in the kiln, it's all going to run down and get drippy and runny like the way I like it to be. But I have to let each layer dry before I add another. Otherwise, if you try to add too much glaze too quickly, there's nowhere for the water to absorb to, and the glaze just starts to peel off the pot. And while it's not, you know, the pot may not be ruined, like I can still fix it, it just takes a while because you have to wash it all off and start over again, let it dry out. Because I've done it before. I have glazed something the wrong color, and I've had to like scrub it all off. So it can be done. It's just annoying. And so this is, whoops, now I've got to be careful where I set my fingers because I didn't pay attention, and now I have pink fingers. If I were to then like grab the pot with my pink fingers, that would I would leave, there would be like a fingerprint shaped like a hole in the glaze. So I gotta let that dry before I hold anything with that hand. But I can just sand it off, but again, it's a pain in the butt. This is a bacon cooker. There we go. Let's actually set it in front of the camera. A bacon cooker. So what you do is you would take, you can put it in the oven or the microwave. You take bacon strips and put them over the side. And as it cooks, the grease drips off into the pan here in the bottom part. And then there's a hole there where anything goes on the inside, you can just pour out. So if you're saving it, you can pour it in, you know, through a sieve or a screen to save the bacon grease, or you can just pour it in the trash. After it cools. After it cools. Safina, tomorrow you're going to do a piece of air dry clay. You bought a lot when you didn't know that polymer is basically better, even though it has plastic and you don't like that part. But when you're searching on the internet, an air dry clay is not that bad. It has pros and cons, yeah. For me, air dry clay is the type of thing that, like, it's not meant to be permanent. It's meant to kind of practice with or make something that you then are going to cast, maybe. And then here we have oil bottles with the little pinch. You may remember me making some of these. They've got the little pinch mark in them as a handle, to use as a handle. Oh, you've got to use it because you've got a lot of it left. And I imagine you said you were making little jewelry pieces, so that that makes it go a long way. And then these are pie plates. And so all of these, like, you'll see some of these coming out of the kiln. Because all the things I've got right here, the mixing bowls, the pie plates, the bacon cookers, and the oil bottles. I did that entire batch in gray as well. So I've got several of these to glaze, and the colors that the company picked that wants them, they did. So we did the Starry Night up here. Basically, like the first three colors. Yeah, the first like 6 down here. So 1, 2, 3, like a Starry Night, Jade and Iron, and then the Misty Forest, which I'm doing today, and then the 3 right underneath them. They wanted the very earthy colors. No, I'm thinking modeling. Well, modeling clay can be a lot of different things. It can also be oil-based. You've probably got water-based air dry clay. If you're trying to smooth it out, do you use water or oil? Kind of like when using oil-based pastels, you can use like baby oil or stuff to smooth out or to smear and mix a little bit. There's oil-based clay which purposefully does not dry out unless you leave it out for a really long time. It's meant to stay workable over and over again, specifically for like doing if you're doing a lot of things and then casting them and then using the clay over and over again. But I don't know exactly the makeup of just plain modeling clay. Oh, the white clay's different. Gotcha. And so this is just wax. So it's a water-based wax emulsion, and so it's like very similar to Elmer's glue or school glue. And because it comes clear, and I add food coloring to it, so I add the purple food coloring so that I can see what I'm doing. So I can see if I leave a stray fingerprint or drip somewhere. Because its purpose is to keep the glaze from sticking, and it works. But if I do mess up and drip or have a stray fingerprint or whatever, I can just sand it off. It doesn't ruin the piece if it messes up a little bit. And worst case, like if I were to like spill the wax, you know, on something, on a piece, I can put it back in the kiln and bisque fire it again. We have had Minnie, our little cat, walking around here with a pink foot for a while when she stepped in it. So these are our little plates for the small just the small plant pots. This one that says, "Please don't die." And so they all come with little dishes to catch the water underneath them. So you do it, say it every time, but you love those. Yeah, they're so much fun, and we've been given a lot more ideas. We've had some custom ones ordered, and one of the custom ones was not cat food. And I feel that because every time I've tried to bring a plant in the house, which hasn't been in a long time, the cats have tried to chew on it. And at one point, I'm like, okay, I'll just get fake plants so I won't accidentally poison the cats or whatever, and the cats chew on the fake plants. So it's just... This one says, "I believe in you." And then this guy is a big yarn bowl. Gotta see if that one will even fit in the bucket. Let's see, and then I've got a few mugs. Oh, and there's two more mixing bowls over there. So this is from Stranger Things. This is the school in Stranger Things, the Hawkins High. And I make it the green color because the school colors are green. I've got a picture that I need a caption for. I've got this cute picture of Kiba, and I keep wanting to use it, but I can never like decide how I want to use it. So I may post it on here and y'all give me ideas. Kiba is very photogenic. It's like, if you look at my phone, you would think he was the only cat I had sometimes. Though there's several of Minnie too. Torn? They are on the website. Hold on, let me give you a link. Hold on. No, they're there. We've been getting orders for them. Hold on. If you go to the website, so if you go to the website, go to the shop command, it'll give you a link and search for plant. And all the different plant pots will come up. Yeah, we can do this. And they were, do you get our newsletter? Do you get our email newsletter? Because they were the last email newsletter we had too, so. I don't know what category we put it under, honestly. Because some of them are in stock, so some of them will come up under in stock. Actually, yeah, there's products in stock. You see them? Okay, good. So there are a couple in stock, and then like all of the options are up there that you can just like custom order, or the plain ones. Put that one over here. And then, let's see. I was going to show the picture. Let's see if I could do this. I'm going to put the link here so everybody can see it. And let's see how horribly long that thing is. It's not too bad. So this is a picture of Kiba, and it's like, I think it's incredibly cute. He's inside a box of bubble wrap that we use to like carry things like when we pack for shows. So it was like a packing day, and he was just incredibly cute. And so I need to like edit it and put a caption with it. And then just in case anybody else wants to see the plant pots, Daddy, your favorites are I wet my plants and I soiled myself. Yes. And there was one that I didn't think of, which I should have thought of. I don't know how I didn't think of it, but somebody said they wanted one that said, "Talk dirty to me." We need to get these organized a little bit better. I think mine is please. My favorite is "Please Don't Die." Whew. Something's wrong with that one. It says you get $999,000. That's not right. But here is a link to the all the plant pots. There we go. You came up with, yeah, we came up with a few new ones, and I actually made some of those. It was Can You Dig It? No, that was one of them. Can You Dig It? And I made that one. There we go. And there was another one that I made as well, but I can't think of what it was. But no, we did. It came up with a couple of new ones, and I made both of them. Should have written them down, yeah. All right. Let's see if I can see some of them over here. No, I can't see it because I've got a bunch of them still over here that need to be glazed. Rooting for you. All right. I know I said we're doing green, but I've got some unicorn farts glaze over here that needs another layer of pink, and so I'm going to do this one. So that one is the gray and pink right here. It looks kind of purplish too. It's got like gray and blue and pink and purple and everything. Let's see. Let me get all the clay fingerprints off of it here, but that's what it looks like. So there's all kinds of different colors in there, and I get that layer by doing gray and then white and pink. Layering it that way, because white and over the gray gets very blue, and then you add the pink and you get purples, and then it just gets all nice and drippy. But I need to do one more layer on these. Hold on. Yeah, it's ready to go. No. We have a new UPS guy. He was very nice. Asked if he needed to come back later. So you can see I'm not like applying the glaze very far down the mug here, because I'll put this one back over here. We can see how far it will drip. It's like that one didn't go all the way down. Jenny, when you win the lottery and buy one of everything in every glaze option, how would that shipping be? Sure. I think you would need to win the lottery to pay for the shipping. Yeah. We might have to deliver that one in person. How about that? Cookie Jar, hey! Good afternoon. How are you doing? All right. So now these unicorn mugs are just about ready for the kiln. I'll have to get like some of the stray drips off the bottom. But as far as like layers of glaze go, these will be done. How big of a kiln am I operating with? What I'm going to load up today is going to be one of my ovals. I've got a, I have an Olympic kilns, but I've got a big oval. It's, this one is, 2531, which means it's 25 by 31 inches wide. And then the other one's a little bit bigger than that. It's like, is it 15? Maybe 15 cubic feet? I'll have to look it up again. But you'll see it in a minute because, or in a little bit, I'm going to do a kiln opening. I've got 2 kilns that I can run at the same time. I have 2 big ovals that I can only run one at a time. And one of them I really only use for a bisque because it's like not the best. It doesn't like to get up to temperature. But I have a little one, just a little round one that can hold like 36 to 40 mugs. And I can run it at the same time as my big kilns. So I can kind of be a bit more efficient that way. And so sometimes I try to glaze enough stuff that I can fill both of them and run them both at the same time. So the oval can fit 100 mugs. We're putting bigger things in there now, but so it's not going to be 100 pieces, but it's still going to be, it's going to be filled up with a lot of things. So I've got the big mixing bowls. Wonder Hamster, hey, you think it's 17 cubic feet? Okay, I always forget which is which. Have I ever done a bubble glaze? I think I tried it when it was like everybody was doing it and you saw it everywhere. But it didn't like turn out the way I wanted, so I didn't try it again. So I've not really, I can't really say I've done much with it. Let's see. All right, I think pink's done. Right, I am that person that I complain about. I try it once, it doesn't work out. I'm not going to do that again. The effect was not like appealing enough for me that I wanted to spend a lot of time on it. Oh yeah, Cookie Jar, you're hoping to own a property someday that can accommodate one big kiln. 2 would be dreamy, yeah. Yeah, and the biggest thing, like, when we got this building, the one of the main and first things we had to do was get the enough power to run the kiln, right, to the building, because this is a whole 150-year-old building. Well, there's Minnie. I didn't know she was down there. Minnie. Well, never mind. I guess I haven't used the green in a while. It's kind of all settled onto the bottom. Right? How many feathers have we done in Raccoon? We did like one. And then I've never been able to again, but it's because when I try to do it too fast, that's probably what we do, is I'm like, it's glowing red hot, let's put the feather on now, and the feather just disintegrates into one big, like, black blotch, instead of waiting a little while. It's either too hot or too cold. Right, I need a new one, a new whisk. Where do you get that? I think this one just came off Amazon, but like a restaurant supply, if you have something like that. Because seriously, if you get it from Amazon, they will send you like a massive, huge, long, like baseball bat box or whatever. it's kind of humorous. I used to have a drill. I had a concrete mixer drill. I've used the you know, the drills that you can get for like a paint mixer to put on the end of a power drill. I've used those. I've burned through like 3 different drills using those. Because you're not supposed to use them as a mixer, or as much as I use them, I guess. And so, like, and we've gone through 2 concrete mixers, and so now I've just got a whisk. Someone, actually, so I did not buy this. Someone sent it to me as a gag gift from Stream, but it works really well. It does, like, because I'm sitting here, like, digging out the bottom, and I'm probably going to have to get one of my other tools out, because I can feel some chunky bits on the bottom. But it really like breaks it up well. You love restaurant supply shops? Yeah, it's nice to have another reason to go, yeah. I always look at those great big huge mixers. I forget what the brand is, but the massive huge mixers. I'm like, I wonder how that would work for clay. Because I see them on, like, auction sites and stuff all the time. Like, I wonder. Yeah, like those big mixers, yeah. There we go. All right. I'm going to do the big things first. And see if I have enough to do this. I think I do. I think we can get this done. Wiping this down with a damp sponge just to kind of get some of the, make sure there's not any dust on it or like oily fingerprints. Cat hair. What am I saying? Cat hair makes it stronger. Cat hair makes everything better, right? And so, because this is such an awkward shape, I usually just like do everything except the handle. Any way I can get the color on there. And then I'll go back and do the handle. It's just almost too big. Cookie Jar, you save your cat's hair and intentionally mix it into your reclaim. At this point, I don't think there's a way I could not have cat hair in everything. We guarantee it. There's 2% cat fluff in every piece. Found a little rough spot. And another good reason to kind of go over everything with a sponge is to catch any like blemishes that may have been missed before the bisque firing. These have all been fired once already. They've been taken up to 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a relatively low temperature in pottery terms. But that burns out all the impurities in the clay letting it, it hardens the clay so that it's no longer water soluble, so I can do stuff like this. There it is. But it still leaves the clay porous enough that when you glaze it, the water from the glaze will absorb into the pot, and that's kind of what lets the glaze stick, because it's not paint. It doesn't work like paint. It's basically a mixture of clay and glass suspended in water, which is why it'll separate out so much. And so right now the color is just kind of like sitting on the surface. It's very fragile, so when I take things to the kiln, I have to handle them very carefully, or else like some of the glaze can flake off. I'll do these, and then before I'm done with the green, I need to make sure that I don't have any other custom pieces that need to be green, because I didn't check on that before I got started. You gotta go back to watching non-pottery training videos. Oh, sad day. Well, thanks for stopping by. Did anybody look at the picture of Kiba? Come on, we're on the internet, and I provided cats. We need a good, I need a good caption for it. What is that song like? I'll be, every step you take, I'll be watching you. That's kind of what I think of when I see that picture. But that's creepy. But so can cats can be sometimes. Oh, you got denied. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, then that's probably my fault. There we go. Try it again, and it should work now. If it doesn't, then I'll put the link up again. There we go. Okay. Sometimes the trick to this is also getting the glaze to drip back in the bucket instead of everywhere else. Oh, you have so many of the same picture with your cat. It's a cat in a box. You're like, it's not that special. But he was looking right at the camera. He's like, what are you doing? Is it important enough for me to get up? Oh yes, he loves the boxes with all the bubbles in them. Here we go. I haven't seen our groundhog again. This weekend we had a groundhog come into the studio. Seriously. I don't know if it got chased in here or why it decided to enter the studio, but it was like I heard something like rattling around back there and thought that I didn't think it was one of my cats. I thought it might be our neighbor cat, but it was a poor little groundhog back there. So I kept it away from Minnie and kept Minnie away from it, and it finally wandered off. All right. This is a bit more manageable. This is one of our little mugs. Yeah, so the so this is the difference in like less than 1 pound or 4 pounds of clay. Got the mugs that I need to do I've got a big yarn bowl over here. And I can see the glaze start to change color. You can see how it's lighter than it is around the edges of the bucket. It's starting to separate again. So I'll have to mix it up again here in a bit. My tongs got twisted and I almost dropped the mug. Almost being the important word. But once I get the layer of green on everything, then we'll do our kiln opening. The exciting stuff. That one had a little rough spot on it, so I got some sandpaper and smoothed it out. We try to smooth everything out before it goes into the first firing, but you miss some things every once in a while. See, I've got some travel mugs. I don't know, see if I have enough to dip this. We'll test with this one, and then if it doesn't work well, I'll pour the glaze over it for the next one. And I think this one is going to be green, but I need to make sure. Let's see. Ooh, I almost did that. Yeah, this needs to be gray, so I need to put this one back. That's why I check. See if there was anything else here that needs to be green. Nope. Oh, just barely. It fits. Oh, there's enough glaze. Oof. Here we go. Just got 3 of these. This is I know this looks like a kind of a grayish color right now, but it will be green. The reason it's a darker color is because it's what makes it green is metal oxides, which will only change colors once it's been heated up. And a lot of the glazes look like this, just like a grayish, you know, muddy color. So whenever I'm like doing multiple colors, like everything over here is green, so I don't have to keep things separated. But if I was doing like the black and the green and the gray all in the same batch, I put them on different tables so I don't get them mixed up, because it's very easy to get them confused. All right, let's see. First off, you are like almost the exact same size as the bucket. I don't think this is going to be dippable because the bucket is narrower at the bottom. How do we want to do this? So I'm going to do it sideways. Wonder how far it will go. I can just do stuff like that. Just slosh it around a little bit and then I'll get the other side. So we'll just let that sit there for a second. We'll do the itty bitty plant pots next. Oops. Somehow I missed part of that. Let's see. There we go. Where's the little plate? What did I do with it? Did I even bring it over? No, I didn't. So, you know, this is why I use the food coloring, because I see there's some little pink marks right here. I'm going to sand those off. I don't know what I just dropped in the clay. It's probably a piece of clay. Hopefully it'll just stay in the bottom. There we go. Hopefully it'll just sink to the bottom. Let's see, where is my... measuring cup. Before I do the pie plates, I'm going to do my oil bottles, because I can't just dip these. I guess I could if I just wanted to stick my whole hand in there, but it's just as easy to do this and drip the glaze everywhere. It's a good thing they're all going to be the same color. Just want to dip the top part of that, let it dry for a second, and then we'll dip the bottom part. Nope. And number 3. That needs to be leveled off. There we go. Seeing if I had a piece of sandpaper big enough over here for this. There we go. It didn't take much, just a little bit. Because the clay, like the piece is like strong enough that I can hold it by its handle and not break it, but it's still fragile enough and like it's soft enough that I can still sand it pretty easily. It needs one more firing to go through that further chemical transformation that will take it back into stone. What that does is it melts the pot a little bit. It melts the clay, not just the glaze. And that melting of the clay a little bit is what seals it so that allows it to hold water. It's actually the clay is what sealing itself is what allows it to hold water, not necessarily the glaze. The glaze is just decorative. Let's do that yarn bowl. See if we can do this again. Now for pie plates. Hey, Arm. So the glaze is mainly for pretty. Yes, it really is. It's like on the inside, like for food safety standards in the U.S., it has to be glazed on the inside to be considered food safe because it just makes it so much easier to clean. But like technically, you don't need it. Is it important for the glaze to be on the inside of the potion bottles? Yes, if it's you want to eat or drink out of it, which I advertise that you can eat or drink out of it. So yes, I put glaze on the inside of them. The only things that I've seen that really like I would maybe purposefully not put glaze on is like sometimes the inside of a baking dish. I actually had somebody commission a bread baker type dish, but they did not want the inside glazed. And I've seen other like baking, dishes done that way on purpose. I'm gonna end up being like green all over. Come on, just a little bit. We almost had it. I'll let you sit for a second and I'll dip the rim again. But it looks like I'm not gonna dip the rest of these. Ginny, you finally got us up on the TV! So now you have a 55-inch pie plate. And of course the cats aren't here. So we'll do it this way. Almost. We got 5 of these. Safina, so it is 3:52, so almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. Oh, it's also relaxing to watch me work. Oh, thank you. Nope, gotta go faster. Now I'll do this one. There's one little speck right there that didn't fill in. So this is how you would glaze something big like this if you like only have a little bit of glaze, or if you have a small like pint of glaze, you can just pour it on instead of painting it on, which can take forever. You can set up a big tub to kind of constantly like to pour it over. Set up a big tub to catch all the excess glaze and then pour it back over. Because it gives a much nicer, more even coating. If you can remember not to drip it on yourself. Carrie Sarah, hello. Good afternoon. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, the other day I was probably on in the morning. Yeah, well, I don't know when it was, but I did some morning streams. Kind of depends on like what I'm doing for the day, how prepared I am for the day. Oops. Nope. All right, last pie plate. Put a little bit more in there and see if I can, oh, come on. See if we can coat this entire thing in one go. Nope, I think well, almost. There we go. There we go. I shouldn't be as, like, satisfied by that as I am. And then last one. So as you can see, the glaze dries pretty fast to the touch, but I try to let it sit for maybe at least an hour before I add another layer of glaze to it. And sometimes if I'm glazing a lot of like small things like mugs, it may take me an hour or more than an hour to like add my first layer to everything. And then by the time I've gotten to the end, I can go back and start at the beginning again and add my second layer. So it just depends on what I'm glazing, how long it takes. Oh, remember, I'm not throwing today. Don't throw the pots. Yeah. And then we'll do the bottom half of our... I don't know if I've got enough to really dip all that much, so we'll just pour the glaze on. Actually, I've got a spot for these over here. Alibaba, hello. Good afternoon. All right. It's about that time. Let me clean this up. And then I'm going to move my camera around so we can go see the kiln. All right, and where did, oh, there's my drink. I forgot, I knocked it off. Kiln time! All right, so what I'm gonna do is take the top-down camera here and the one that you see, this one, and I'm going to take it over to the kiln and set that up. So it'll take me a second. I don't want to cause an earthquake, so I'm going to shut I'm going to like go to a be right back screen for a second. Alibaba, where are you at? It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning for you. Whoa. Well, good evening, good morning then. Good morning. All right, so we will be back in just a second. Alright, let's see if I aimed this thing correctly. There we go. It's pretty close. So this is like a 1/2 of my kiln. So, and Alibaba, I'm seeing your question. So, you have a pitcher that your niece dropped. Oh, and it's leaking now. Yeah, can't use it for water because it's leaking. You want to break it from the middle without breaking it in pieces. So you want to kind of just cut it in half? Is that what you're asking? I'm going to go kind of adjust the camera and I'll be right back. So I think we can go like a little bit that way maybe? See how far I can turn. And I mean, that's about as tall as I can get it to go. I don't think you can see much more. But that's pretty good. So you can put soil in the 2/2 and put plants in them. Oh no. So like if it's a ceramic pitcher, the way to cut something like that is gonna be with like you could use a Dremel or a saw, but you have to use water. So you look for something that might have like a tile cutting blade, like if somebody would cut floor tiles. You have to use water if you're gonna cut something with ceramic because it's just so dense. So it's something I would recommend a power tool. And still, like, there's always going to be a chance it's going to break anyway. So you might end up with only 1/2 of something. But it's clay. But that's what I would do, like a Dremel or some type of a bit you can get, the grinder bit that you can kind of use to cut it with. But get a ceramic cutting bit. They're usually like, you could also get like a diamond bit cutter, and but again, use water or oil. 1/2 would be better than nothing, yeah. Or you could use the whole thing as it is right now for plants, since it's already leaking, so it's got drainage. But let's go over and look at these. I've already seen, as I looked at everything and opened up the lid, I do see one crack. So we do have one mixing bowl down. So let's see how many are good. Hopefully there's only one crack. So I see this one, the colors look great. I can't complain about the colors at all. This is the Stormy Skies glaze, and this is exactly what I want it to look like. It's gray on the bottom, and it's got this lighter greenish blue aqua on top, with this the brighter blue drip where it gets thick right there. That's exactly how I want this to be, except for that. Right there, there's a little bitty crack, and honestly, like this one, this is something I'm gonna put on our seconds rack. We have a seconds rack in the front that has like things with little imperfections that are gonna be sold for half price. So that's where this one is gonna end up, unless I decide to take it home with me. Because you know what, I don't have a mixing bowl, and this would fit in with all of my other cracked and wonky pots at home. So I might just have a new mixing bowl for myself. The other ones so far look good, and the pie plate looks good. So I'll get one of these out and set it to the side. Yep. Can't complain there. Where do I want to put these? So the things that I worry about when I'm firing a kiln are like if the glazes drip too much, if they're really runny, if I've applied them too thick, they could run off the pot and cause the entire thing to stick to the kiln shelf right here. And luckily these did not. So that's kind of what I look for to see if everything looks good. Now the glazes aren't dripping too much, the color looks good, and then look for cracks or imperfections here and there. Make sure the glaze covered everywhere. Go, and then high plate. And then here's 2 of the oil bottles. See, with the grip, just like the ones I'm glazing now. And they will come with the oil bottle, not stoppers, but the pourers. And then, so there are 4 layers here. There's 4 layers on this side, and the other half round that you can't see has 3 layers, because I had taller things on that side. This is the unicorn farts. So these are some just like what I'm about to put in the other kiln. This is the unicorn farts. This is the 10 ounce. It's a custom order. This one is one of the newer Harry Potter ones that we have, because somebody ordered this as a custom order, and I liked it so much that it's now part of my main lineup. It's Luna's glasses, Luna Lovegood, and it says, "You're just as sane as I am." So I'm going to get the kiln shelves out of here, and then I'll go check chat. Let's see. Got to be careful. Stick to the bottom of the kiln shelf, like the furniture. So I try to lift things up kind of slowly. So let's do this. Yep. Because sometimes this might stick to the bottom of the shelf and go flying. Jenny, yes, the gray does that. You say the colors are so subtle but so pretty. Yes, that's one. I like the gray because it kind of it doesn't clash with anything, right? It can go with anything. Yeah, Alibaba, if you do the shop command, then it'll take you to our website. We'll give you the link to our website, but we sell things online. We have a brick and mortar shop in Nashville, Tennessee, and then we do a lot of wholesale as well, and a lot of what's in here is wholesale. So like I was talking about, my customer picked the colors they wanted, and so I'm making extras, and then like the extras will either go to a show with us or they'll go to the shop. Yeah, this gray is the color I used to make a sink several years ago that my mother has. And I remember recommending it to her because all the other colors that were going to be around it. Thought that the gray would be a nice neutral color that didn't clash with anything. Seeing if that was level. Yeah, it is. Pie plates, lots of pie. Gonna get these out of here before I knock them over. The like the stilts and the shelves are made of clay as well, just a high fire refractory clay that can withstand, you know, all the higher temperatures. So here's some more of the little plant pots, and there's the plates that go with them. Says this one is you make me wanna sprout, and not dead yet. And then a little mug that says bless your heart. I see a bacon cooker. So there's one of the completed bacon cookers. And then another good looking mixing bowl. And then the oil bottle number 3. Ooh, purple. And red. See, usually by the time that I'm opening a kiln, it's been a couple of days, so I forget what's in here. Because I forget when I fired this kiln, but it takes, after I load it, it takes usually like 8 hours or so to reach its temperature, which is a 2232 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it takes another 24 hours to cool down. And in that time, I've done, you know, 15 other things. So it really is a surprise. So this is the Arizona Sunrise color, and it's like a purplish pink, but I know a lot of times with the cameras and the lighting, it looks blue on camera, but it is purple. And we call it the Arizona Sunrise Glaze. And this one, it says, to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. And it is a quote from the ACOTAR books, the A Court of Thorn and Roses books, if anybody has read those. And that's what all of these are. Or all of this color. This is the black and the white and the gray. It is the scrubland color. It's white on the inside. The white overlapping the black is what makes the gray. And this is one of the Stranger Things mugs. I think the other one we have the Hawkins High that I'm glazing right now. This is the this is Welcome to the Upside Down. Got a couple of those, and then to finish out the trio, we have some of the Hellfire Club in here. I always like how that one turned out. Then we've got some Star Wars Imperial symbol. It is actually the Imperial seal made up of the different ships. That's what it is. It's a little collage. And another bacon cooker. Oh, Alibaba, yeah. So your mom does embroidery on the ladies' dresses, and you know the handmade stuff. Knowledge should be transferred to a generation and should last forever. Yeah, like there's people keeping all kinds of things alive, and there's been a resurgence in the past 10 if not 20 years because it's with the internet it's been become a lot easier to learn. If you have the interest, you can usually find the information instead of having to like find or take a specific class in person at a specific location. It's beautiful. You would like to drink tea in it with the bacon cooker or the pie plate. Yeah. So Jenny, just wondering, can you do any stamp on any item? Like if I wanted that Luna on a yarn bowl. Oh yes, yes, the yarn bowls especially, like because they have a larger surface than even a mug. So yes, you can put anything there. Where it gets tricky is like on like the pie plates, where there's only like a little area to work with, or soup bowls. But usually we can manage, like just within space restrictions. But yeah, that Luna would fit, has plenty of room on a yarn bowl. I probably should have made one of those, but and I don't know if the Luna yarn bowl is on the website. I don't think it is because obviously I don't have a picture of one. I don't know if the Luna mug is on the website. That's a new item, like just within the last like month or two. So, but at one point it will be on the website so that you can choose, pick the yarn bowl, pick your color, and all that. But I think farts looks good on that with that phrase. Okay. All right, we're good. We have blue. And some more red and the black. So we've got another mixing bowl. This one is the Starry Night, the blue and the black, and it turned out great. That is gorgeous. And a bacon cooker to match. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. So this is from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's the Don't Panic mug. I've made these before, but I changed the graphic a little bit to make the yellow a bit thicker, so it would be a bit easier to process because we kept breaking it because it was too thin. That looks good. That looks very good. And then we've got this one, which is Spaceballs, Star Wars spoof. May the Schwartz be with you. And then more Hellfire Club, and then Star Wars with the Starry Night glaze again. Our Millennium Falcon made up of the different Rebel ships. And these are all the 20-ounce mugs, so they're the bigger ones. Again, some of these you can find, you may be able to find online in stock. And any extras I have from this order will go to our next show, and then after the show, we'll put everything else. We'll do another like stock update. Right, that was one kiln. Oh, you say the shelves sound brittle? See, I feel like they sound like, maybe I'm just used to carrying them. They sound heavy. They're not horribly heavy. They're just awkward, and they make like, they're like stone, so it makes a grinding sound. They're not that brittle. I mean, if you drop them, yeah, they're gonna break, but they could probably also break your toe if you dropped it on your toe. So I've got another kiln we can open up. I've actually got 3 kilns with things in them. The kiln next to this, which I can go open it up and kind of swivel the camera and show you the other one, because it's the bisque kiln. You can kind of see how close things are together. It's at 123. I can open that up. Let's see. I will not need gloves. Okay. Yeah, everything in here, or at least the top is warm or cool enough to the touch that I can get stuff out. And so I don't know how well we can do this. We're gonna cause an earthquake real quick. Okay, sorry. See if you can see that. Of course, now we don't have like Kiba sitting next to the kilns. Okay, well you can see part of the kiln. That's so you can see where I was setting everything on the floor, and the kiln full of bisque. You're or they make the bricks like that. Yeah. No, like there's a where I'm at in the U.S. I'm in Kentucky, and so there's a lot of like natural clay deposits around here. So there was traditionally a lot of like brick manufactories and such for making homes and such. So you'll see a lot of brick construction around here because it's just natural to the area. But I think what I'm gonna do is move my camera to the other side of the wall where my other kilns are, and we'll unload the little bitty one too. So, and so on here, like up here where you can see the mugs, they're stacked 4 high. I've got like a shelf between the 2 layers where I stacked them 2 high, then put a shelf and then stacked them 2 more high. So that's 4 layers of mugs, and then I've got my lone pie plate on top. But let's go. So I'm gonna put on the Be Right Back screen again and move the camera one more time. Be right back. Alright, let's go down here and refresh this again. So we need to go a little bit to the side. Let me adjust that a bit. So now you can see the difference. Actually, I should have paid attention to which side, how the camera's oriented. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Here we go. We're pointed towards the lid a little bit too much. There we go. It's a little bit better. I'll adjust it again and get some stuff out. So, down a bit to the right. Where are the cats? They, like, Minnie's wandering around in here. Minnie's like, I'm walking back and forth, so Minnie thinks it's treat time, so she keeps running. She'll keep coming back here and then running to the front where to give them treats. So she's just, she's confused. And then I guess Kiba's asleep somewhere. I haven't seen him much this stream. So the little Kentucky plates are kind of like a medium-sized platter, and they were some custom dishes that a customer wanted, and they wanted them entirely blue. So we made those, and I like them, so I may make some more of them. And then the little I see a little mug there. The cups with the side handle are little shaving bowls for like a shaving soap lather. And then there's probably some pie plates in here too. Let's see what that looks like. We've got some more of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon pieces. This one is a little Bless Your Heart. These are the two plates for the flower pots, and the other in here somewhere. So yeah, these came out nice. And this is, well, obviously hand-built versus, like, made on the wheel. So I made a, used a piece of insulation foam, the inch-thick insulation foam, and I cut out the shape of Kentucky and molded the clay around that to get these platters. Got our 2 Star Wars mugs. And then these are the little shave mugs. They are actually going to a soap maker who makes the shave soap. They wanted some of these to go with them. So like I said, this is a much smaller kiln. It is it doesn't require it to be like a hardwired, into the power box. It's just a what 240, something like that plug. It's like a dryer plug. There is a little bitty crack right there. Not on the bottom. I don't see nothing there. Little bitty hairline crack. I guess I get another pie plate. Yep, these are looking good. Well, there's Minnie. Mm-hmm. And then more of these. And he's like, I don't want pets. I want treats. KB Fibers, hey, thank you for the raid. Hey, welcome everybody. Oh, really? The crackhead's personality, yeah. And Chaotic Kitten, hello. Yeah, welcome everybody. Maybe it's just in the glaze. No, like it's a glaze crack wouldn't be good either, but it actually like it's a crack. And so for something like that, like I could sit here and try to fill it in with glaze and fire it again, but it would just get bigger. So I've done that before. Is it fur? Yeah. No, I play that game quite a bit when I'm glazing or when we're like, I've made something and we're cleaning it up. We're like, is it a hairline crack or is it a cat hair? And oh yeah, good, it's a cat hair. Hey, KB Fibers. Yeah, thanks for bringing everybody over. This is our second kiln opening. This is like double, almost triple, because I opened up a bisque kiln as well to show people what that looked like. So we've done a little bit of glazing today. I've added like the first layer of a color onto a lot of pots, and now while letting that dry, we're opening up the kilns. So there's still like 2 more layers in this kiln to go. So I'm going to go empty the rest of it out. So here we go. There. Hey, more Kentucky platters, though. Those need to be refired. And the blue glaze is one that can be refired. It's sometimes this will happen if the glaze is a bit too thick. So I'll just add a little bit more and refire it. So that the glaze separated a little bit right there. But this pie plate looks good. And which one is this one? You make me want a sprout. I'm glazing. I was like, I thought we already had one of those, but I think I'm glazing one of those. And then we got some more of those. Did a lot of those, but I always make extras. Have a few extra in case one doesn't make it. And the last layer, more pie plates. Somebody's gonna be eating a lot of pie. Is this one not dead yet? And then one more. One more shave cup. These look good. All right. Does it feel like Christmas when opening the kiln? Yes, yes it does. Because, like, you never know exactly how it's going to turn out. Like, when opening it up, like, we had a little crack on one of our mixing bowls, and, like I was saying, when I open up the kiln, like, I know what I want things to look like, or what they should look like, but you never know if the glaze is going to be a bit too drippy, or if it's going to, you know, stick to the kiln, or if something, maybe two pieces were too close together and they fused. So there's many things that can go wrong. But, so it's even more delightful when nothing does go wrong. Okay, KB Fibers, you'd never be able to reach the bottom. See, this kiln is not very tall. So it's not very tall at all. I think everybody could pretty much reach the bottom on that one. But the kiln I was unloading earlier, yes, it is. It's way too tall, and I didn't realize. I was like, you know, anybody but me, like, I can barely reach the bottom when I, like, you know, hang over, you know, inside the kiln. But it's like, because I bought it used from somebody else, and they had just purchased an extra ring of elements to put on the top, and which doesn't normally come with the kilns because my other one is a little bit shorter. And so I didn't know that when I first got it. I just thought they were all that big. Because you can, to a certain extent, like, customize your own kiln. You can, because all the different, every row kind of comes apart. And it's mainly that way to be able to get it inside and out, you know, move it around, like inside a standard doorway. Because that's what, we talked about getting some of the, like, bigger industrial kilns in here, but the biggest thing factor is that we can't get it through the doors. We don't have a bay. We don't have a bay door in here or a garage door to open up to get something in. None of the big industrial ones will fit through a regular door. Chaotic Kitten, I'm 5'10", so yes, so I'm above average, I guess, for women. That's why I said, yeah, for anybody besides me. Yeah, when people meet me in person, like, almost unanimously, the first thing people say is, "Oh wow, I didn't know you were that tall," and so, or "Oh wow, you're tall." So yes. Oh, you're 5'2". You're duck height, isn't that what, like? So for the longest time, I would, like, judge heights by like the Disney World character heights, because I used to work down there, so. I forget what they are now, but KB Fibers, your mouse height, like they when I was doing my internship, they pulled short people, seriously, they pulled short people out of the lines when we were, like, registering and coming in, and asked if they wanted to be a character, because, like, you have to be under 5 foot tall to be, like, Mickey and Minnie and the Ducks and, like, Jiminy Cricket. So they I don't know if they got paid more or whatnot, but they You're not kitty height? Yeah, ooh. What are some Disney cats that would have a character? I don't know. What are some current Disney cats? I don't know that I've ever seen the Aristocats in character form. Tigger? I'm Tigger height. That's what 5'10" is the tallest, is about average Tigger height. Is Marie the Aristocats? Yeah, so I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen them actually as characters. I've read somewhere that they have special events where they bring out old characters, like special ticketed events where you can go see, like, a lot of the, like, they've still got all the characters, you know, they just don't bring them out all the time because they're not popular, but, like, there's special events where they bring out old characters. I'm like, that would be fun. That would be really fun. Lucifer, yes. The Cheshire Cat might be the one they bring out, yeah, because they have that. They always have the Alice in Wonderland characters at the Mad Hatter's teacups. I can't know that I can't say I've seen him in person. They have Alice and the Mad Hatter, and they have Tweedledee and Tweedledum as standards, or at least they did when I worked there, you know, many moons ago. But that might be the most common, like, most likely cat character you would find. I'm trying to think now. Lion King. I'm trying to think who they have at Animal Kingdom. Oh yeah, Raja, Simba and Nala. I don't know if I've ever seen them as characters. Let's see. Now I'm gonna have to Google this and see like what characters they bring out. Because the last time we were there, so we actually went in January of 2020. We went to Disney World, and you know the last time we could have gone before everything shut down. And that was when I think the Rescue Rangers movie was coming out, and so they brought out all the Rescue Rangers characters, and so we got pictures with those. Right, see, more feline representatives, right? I know. I'm trying to think though. Of any cats that I've seen. Because for the Jungle Book, they usually have King Louie out, but that's it. But let's see if these are a little bit more dried out. You know what? I didn't do the handles on the big mixing bowls. Probably should do those. No, you're right. They do have Baloo. They do have Baloo. They do. I need to Google this. Like, what meet and greet characters are available at Disney World for cats? And now they have some costumes that they will bring out for parades that they won't have as a meet and greet character. Because I've seen like Mrs. Potts and the Teacups and like Lumiere and all them from Beauty and the Beast in parades, but not as characters, because they had them for the they had a little stage show that they did, so they had all the characters for that. They would do in the parades, but not as meet and greets. For Beauty and the Beast, you only get Beast and Belle, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna go get my camera and bring it back over here. And I realize I don't think I need to do a be right back screen because I just need to unplug it. As long as I don't move it before I unplug it. You need to go get some things done before tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Yeah, I had the fan on towards the back door. There was a fan or a kind of a exhaust fan in the back hooked up to the kiln, so you were hearing that. There we go. There's my bucket. Ooh, going out of town. On a fun trip. So this, all I really need is to do the handles. And so, just gonna dip that a little bit for the handle. Did I get all of them? Yes. Seasonal breads, hello, good afternoon. Where is the celery? There it is. So the light green color that goes on top of this is called celery. And by itself, it's, you know, it's a very good description of the glaze color because it's a very, very faint green. Oh, hi, Manny. And the way I glaze these guys, I don't even know if it'll be able to be seen on stream because I have to tilt the bucket to get it in here to give myself a flat surface. So I'm not sure. Maybe I can tilt it that way and you can see. But to get a good ring around the rim of this. And then I've got a pie plate here right next to it. Did you see Minnie? She's like, hurry up. So here's this one. If we dip it this way, can you see it a little bit better? Yeah. It only really works if you have something with a handle. Minnie, come on. Hold on, I gotta save all my pots over here. Hey, come here. So, like, Minnie has, like, one path that she takes to get up here, and usually it is right here. It's where all of this is. She jumps over here and comes in and gets up, and now she keeps trying to do this, and it makes me nervous. So I probably should move some of my things, because it is my fault for inconveniencing her, right? And she's having to resort to eating kibble instead of her treats. I mean, Minnie she has such a hard life. I know, poor thing. Let's see if I can hold on to this. There we go. Phew, phew. Crash and smash. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Oh. And then these will get a third layer on top of this, because I want it to be runny. I don't want it to run off the pot. I just want it to run a little bit. Okay, let's do it this way this time. Minnie. Don't do it. Here, come here. Come on. I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. I just don't want her trying to jump over everything. Come on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on. I've learned my lesson. Always leave a path for Minnie. Come on. There you go. Yes. Come on. There you go. There she is now. Oh, I thought that lizard was about to get it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Tolls have to be paid. Oh, we're not supposed to stop. Ooh. I know she is, especially when she does that. She used to fall asleep up there like that all the time. When it was like she'll lean against the wall, and just fall asleep. And it's just as you can imagine. I have to say they are careful. Like she didn't just come up here and like barrel through everything. She was trying to be careful. She just in her mind she couldn't figure it out. You know, to come around here and jump up a different way. No, she has her path, her safe path that she knows, and she was trying to follow it. Here we go. This is the last one of these. It's the most awake you've seen her. Yeah, that's right. She's usually napping at this time. She hasn't gotten to go outside much today because we've had the door closed. No lizards today. Because I've been trying to keep the air conditioning inside. Like, it really hurts me to run the AC when I've got a kiln running. But, today I don't have a kiln running, so I closed the door. Eyes are looking for mischief, right? Like, if I put my hand up there, I'm gonna bleed. Ooh. Ooh. Hoo, hoo. Let's do a couple more of these pie plates, and I see other plant pots down there. So I'm just dipping the rim of these pie plates. And bacon cooker number 3. She looks like she's wearing eyeliner, right? She's got such like dark eyes. Her eyes are almost orange. Which I'd never seen on a cat until one of our friends adopted 2 orange cat siblings, and their eyes are the same orange as their fur. So she's got some orange kitty in her, which is what they say about the gray and like black cats, that they are all colors. Is it time for a nap? Woo! So Jenny, do you have mini on the big screen? Do you have like a 2-foot tall mini? Right there, okay. It's a sneaky lizard, isn't it? Here's our big yarn bowl. It's I can't fit this in here. We're gonna have to pour it on. Oops, there went that. Alright, so I had to pour the glaze on the side, which you probably can't see. It doesn't have enough contrast really to be seen. And I need a paintbrush to touch it up with. Was I supposed to come scratch your head? Even though I've been bitten? Jenny, I know! Aren't they so cute? Love watching her play. And she chirps, so she's making noises the whole time she's up here. She's chatty. I'll probably just paint the glaze on the inside here. Which I don't know if we can see a little bit of it over here. And with this color, like, it's gonna melt so much that I don't have to worry about exactly where it's going, because I can just slather it on there. It's one of the things when teaching people how to glaze something is you gotta. It's kind of hard to grasp at first that, oh, it's not going to be the color that you see, and just because it looks like it's covered doesn't mean that it's not going to melt and be really thin and almost disappear. So you've got to put like 2 or 3 layers on something if you're painting it. There we go. Just around the edge. Oh, can you hear her a little bit? Look at her, she's falling asleep. She hasn't done it in a while up there, hadn't fallen asleep up there, but we have the cat cave over here that we've almost had for a year now, because we got it at the Maryland Sheep and Wool last year, which is the show we're going to. She's been sleeping over there a lot. But she plays more on the cat tower when she's not able to go outside, so. Chat actually got us that little cat tower. We need to get another one. I said the other day we need to get one that's or paint it green and put it like right behind me here so we can have like floating cats behind me. She's not moving. She's starting to twitch. I gotta watch her. She's gonna fall off. Gotta make sure my buckets of glaze are closed. She did. She had a bad moment earlier today. She was like, we were packing up boxes and she thought the box that we were packing was full and there was a top to it, but it was an open box, and so she jumped thinking she would be landing on something, and she just like face planted on the inside. She is sometimes just like a kitten still. She'll like, you know, go crazy with energy and then just stop and pass out. Hey, knitter girl. We're watching Minnie fall asleep. She's been playing with her lizard and she's just stopped. So that's everything with the layer on it now, the second layer, and I'm going to wait a little bit before I put the third layer on because that'll take a bit to dry, the second layer. Because again, if I put too much on there too fast, it's just going to, like, it'll peel off. Yours is meowing at you? Oh, there she goes. Don't you want to come down here and... Yeah, you were out, I know. Don't you want to come down here where you're less likely to fall? Okay. She's like, I wasn't asleep. Just resting my eyes. She's like, I'm holding on. My goodness. You can't plan this type of content, right? I should just leave the camera up there for the next like 30 minutes. Your Gemma wants attention. Minnie wants treats. Like, I'm gonna walk that way. I'm gonna walk that way and see how long it takes her to get down. Let's do this experiment. Look at her. Hey. Where's my camera? I need a picture of that face. Uh-huh. There you go. What am I doing? Is it time? Is it worth the effort to get down? No, not all the signs have been provided. She's like, I don't believe you. It's not time yet. She's like, you will not fool me. Let's see. So I am done for a little bit. I'm at a good stopping point. Got to get some more to drink. Ending on kitty time after a kiln opening, the best stream ever. Yes. No, it's been a good stream. We had two really good kiln openings. I think we're gonna go see Zakayla. So it looks like Zakayla is crocheting some things, and so let's go say hi. In the next week or so, I'm going to be glazing a lot of yarn bulls, so here we go. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me and experiencing the kiln opening with us. Oh, Minnie. She's just being so cute. But, guys, I'm going to get out of here and get some more to drink. I'm going to hydrate and get cleaned up and give the kitties some treats. Boop the kitties and lots of pets. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will see y'all later. I'll be back tomorrow doing more of the same, more glazing, more adding color to pots, more dunking pots in a bucket. So have a good night, everybody, and I will see y'all later.